So I turned to them and I said, "That's not my wife. That's a moose." How charming. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Welcome to the QuvarTV show. I'll be your Kuvar for the evening. I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day. Happy Shatterday. All the shats to you and yours. We're going to be doing a number of things today, which is funny that I say number because Numby is on the way, and that's going to be one of the first things we do today is trying to summon Numby and Topaz in Star Rail, Honkai Star Rail. So we're going to do a little gambling to start the stream off because I think that's a little bit of a fun way to do it. For those of you who do play Star Rail, I do have drops enabled right now, so you can get a handful of those. I won't be streaming Star Rail long enough for you to get all of them, but you can get a couple of them if you have those enabled. I will follow that up with some more World of Horror because that game has a grip on my soul and my heart because everything about it is just so incredibly charming and spooky, and I love it, and I want to play more of it. So we're going to do some of that, and depending on how it goes, I might end the stream by reading a little spooky, scary story.
Hashtag get railed by stars.
Yes, yes, indeed. We are railing the stars today again. We are getting railed one more time. Thank you, Gary, for railing me with 21 months of Tier 3 sub. I don't know if it's been Tier 3 the entire time, but it's been most of the time, and that's incredible. And I can't say enough how much your support, your continued encouragement, and your presence here means to me. I always know I can count on Gary. Speaking of which, congratulations on getting that love at first sight. You weren't too late. You were about a minute or so in, minute and a half or so. Nobody else had popped in yet. It's one of those early days where there's not a lot of people showing up early on. I know a few regulars are a little preoccupied today, so they probably won't be showing up until much later, if at all. So thank you for stopping by. How is it going? How is your weekend treating you? I hope that you are doing well. Yeah, we're going to read a spooky story, I think, at the end of the stream as well, depending on how it goes, because I ran a little poll on Twitter to see what we do on Halloween, because I will be streaming on Halloween this year, on actual, literal Tuesday Halloween, whether people want to see me play a spooky game or watch me read some spooky stories. And spooky stories won by a landslide. I believe it was a 12% to 88% or something like that. So we're going to be reading some spooky stories, and I was thinking of reading one at the end of the stream today to kind of gauge how long it takes me to read them of a certain length so that I can figure out how many I want to prepare. Because I feel like I should have some ready so we don't have a whole lot of downtime. Like, oh, what story should I read now? How about this one? So we can just get right into it, just story after story after story, and just kind of pound it into our brain skulls. Speaking of that, there is an exclamation point poll new command right now, because I've also set up a poll to decide which spooky game I will play on Thursday instead. So not on direct Halloween, but as a weaning off of spooky season official, we're going to be playing a spooky game. There's a couple of choices on there, all of which seem very interesting to me. If you have any questions about what those games are, feel free to ask, because just a quick rundown now, though, because I'm bringing it up for the first time. It's an introduction, as they say. The first game on the list is Don't Scream, which is a current early access game, which is based around the idea of old VHS, camcorder recordings from the 90s. And the idea of the game is if you scream, you lose. So it uses your microphone, and if you scream, you lose. And I'm very curious about how that will work for somebody like me who is talking constantly. Will a loud voice like this count as a scream, or will it actually wait until I scream? How does it register that? It'd be interesting to play, but I've heard it's pretty spooky and pretty neat, so we can check that out potentially. The next game on the poll... Yeah, like that. Just like that. That's what they call a screamer, as they say. Thank you, Gary, for the scream. The next game is Slay the Princess, which is a psychological horror visual novel, which looks really neat. It's got some beautiful art direction and some incredible animation. And I think that could be potentially kind of fun and something a little bit out there. The next game on the list is Parasocial, which is a game made by Chillers, the same person who made the Caretaker or the Caregiver that I played a while back. So it's like some short, kind of spooky Japanese games, but this one's about being a live streamer and some sort of parasocial thing happening. Just kind of interesting and fitting. And the final game on the list is Atama, which is a short game. I believe it was co-created or produced by Slowbeef, one of the original Let's Players, who is a very charming individual, loves horror games. And Atama is heavily inspired by Junji Ito, which is also kind of what World of Horror is heavily inspired by. So those are the 4 games available on that poll if you're interested in checking out any of those and deciding what we do on Thursday for our spooky game. So that poll will be up until I close it. I don't know if I actually set a closing time for it, so it'll just be open forever probably. It'll be fine, which is good. So we'll decide what we do there. So that's our current agenda for today is gambling, followed by spooky game, followed by spooky story, followed by I'm leaving. I may get dinner at some point during the stream if I get hungry. Otherwise, I may wait until after stream. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how long it's going to go today. It's getting cooler out. So in theory, I'm not going to have to close because of heat. So just kind of go with the natural flow of things. That being said, I'll get caught up now with Gary. Congratulations again on getting the love at first sight. So incredibly fast and strong. Even if you were late, you were here relatively early, honestly. Nice. And thank you for contributing to the Blow Up a Balloon Challenge. I'm going to have to go to the store and buy some balloons soon, because that is getting eerily close to completion. I forgot one other announcement. If you look at the top of the chat box, there is a pinned message, because I currently have another video game raffle going on. For those of you who may be interested, I have a code for The Quarry Deluxe Edition, the game that I played live here on the QuvarTV show 3 times? 3 times. So you can check that out if you are interested in potentially getting a Steam code for The Quarry Deluxe Edition. You can enter the raffle up to 2 times per stream. The raffle this time will be ending on Halloween, so you can get your raffle entries in now if you are interested in that game. Moose, ha, get it? Yeah, I know. It's just such a classic joke. It just like you don't even have to explain it because everybody just understands intrinsically exactly what you mean. Just Moose. What a good punchline. Not the whole time, maybe 9. Yeah, I know it's been pretty significant at the very least. Not the entire time, but pretty significant amount, and I appreciate the wholehearted support. Met a small streamer I watch grow. It's very sweet of you. I have been growing slowly over time. I'll get there someday. Book of short horror stories I could link you. Sure, yeah, I have a couple already queued up, but I could always use more. So if you have a link for that, absolutely, I can take a peek with that. Thank you, Gary. And thank you, Gary, for entering the Quarry Deluxe Edition raffle entry. Don't even want the game, just want to win the raffle. Totally valid. I can understand that. Just you want to win something, so totally fair. And hello, Furious. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Thank you for the dab and the excited tail wagging. I hope you're having a good weekend so far. Welcome, welcome. How is it going? Since you were just popping in, just a reiteration for those of you who are just showing up now. We have a raffle in the redeems if you have the channel points for it to potentially get the Quarry Deluxe Edition on Steam, as well as a poll running to decide what spooky game I play on Thursday. If you have any questions about that, feel free to ask. That all being said, I didn't do a whole lot this week of note. I got caught up on the Star Rail event Ethereum Wars, which has been going on for a bit, which is basically a blatant Pokemon ripoff, but it's pretty fun. It offers a nice variety in the gameplay styles and the abilities you can get with them. My personal favorite was the counterattack method with the Silvermane Lieutenant and the Silvermane Gunner. I don't remember which one it is. The support guy who makes it so that anytime the Lieutenant attacks with his counterattack, because the Lieutenant will counterattack at any time any enemy attacks somebody with a shield, and he applies shields to them, so he'll attack them with that, and then the Lieutenant, or the Gunner or whatever, will counterattack in addition to that anytime the Lieutenant attacks, including all of his counterattacks, so it's just a constant spread of counterattacks, which is really fun. So I had a good time with that event. It was very fun, and the ending was actually really sweet to it as well. I won't spoil for those of you who might be playing Star Rail and may be potentially interested in finding out for yourself. But it was pretty enjoyable. I had a good time with that. I also, this past weekend, I did watch a spooky film. I watched, I believe it's Gonjam. It's Korean, I believe. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. Gonjam Asylum, I believe. I forget the full title for it, but it's something about Gonjam Asylum. And it's basically a story about a YouTube group that explores haunted areas, live streaming their exploration of this very, very haunted asylum. And it's pretty well done. The characters are all really charming, even the assholes. They're charming their assholery in the way it's like, yes, this is a good character. I enjoy that. And there's some good spooks in there. There's some good twists and turns, and some unique usage of certain elements that I enjoyed, and it definitely was a little spooky. It was a little cheesy at points, but overall, I definitely recommend it. I think it was a good one. It was a good spooky film. I've been burning through spooky films like slowly, and I'm turning on closed captions now because I just remembered it. I've been burning through many spooky films over the last couple months, just kind of like watching them in my spare time because I actually have been making spare time occasionally to do things like that because I've not been doing enough of that. I have a lot of projects I need to work on for the stream and for other things that I will continue to work on, of course. But in the meantime, when I have the time, I'll watch some films and do some other stuff to help to balance out my existence, as it were. And with that all being said, I think it's about time to do some gambling. So why don't we pop open Star Rail and see how long it takes to pull Topaz and Numby. I'm fairly certain, I'm not positive, I didn't verify this hard, but I'm fairly, oh yeah, I forgot, I have a pumpkin on my face. Hold on, let me shrink that up a little bit. Just a little pumpkin on the set. I didn't totally intend to have a pumpkin on my face for the entire time. There, that's better, right? Agree to that. Start game. I think I have enough summons available to guarantee pulling Numby if I have to hit hard pity. I hope I don't have to, and I'm not entirely certain that I will actually pull all the way to hard pity because I want Topaz and Numby because Numby's adorable and I think it's really fun. Plus, I don't have any good hunt characters, so it could be kind of neat, but it's not a character that I need. There aren't any characters that I need right now that I know of that are coming, but the next two characters are also interesting because it's Spooky Girl, who has some spooky abilities, which I think is kind of fun, and then a Hot Boy Knight, which could be interesting. So the next couple characters I'm interested in, but not necessarily going to be pulling hard for. Numby's probably the one I'm going to be pulling the hardest for. I'm just not entirely sure if I want to make sure I get Numby. Totally thought it was intentional. It was kind of intentional. I put the...
Where's the one who's like small but dummy thick? Is that...
Yeah, that'd be Numby. Numby is the dummy thick one. Numby is small but dummy thick. It's Numby thick. Hold on, and go up there. There we go. Let me actually open up the game as well. There it is. Hold on a second here. Are you not updating properly? Huh. Interesting. It's not updating properly. I was looking at the most recent subscriber and it was not updated. Now there's the recent follower. Don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they'll update at some point. Try closing stream labels and reopening it and see if that helps. Yes, Numby is dummy thick and we will be pulling for Numby today. The pumpkin head was intentional at first. I thought it'd be funny to have on, but I wasn't planning on leaving it on for the entire time. But I ended up kind of doing that. For a little bit, but I remember it towards the end. Still not updating. I'll look into that later, see what's going on. Technical difficulties. You cannot get away with no scuff. So, it took me pretty much hard pity to get Kafka. I expect that this time when I pull for Numby here, our little boy, it'll definitely take me a single 10 pull. I was at 69 tickets yesterday before I did some more work, so I apologize for the fact that I'm not currently at 69. It's tragic, I know. Is there a character who goes beep, beep, beep? Yes, it's Findy. Beep, beep, beep. But Findy only shows up once for a short period of time and then never again. But there is somebody who goes like, hi, I'm Findy. Beep, beep, beep. It's something that could get grating over time, and I know some people hate that, but I thought it was kind of charming in a way. It wasn't terrible. All right, let's go. I swear, even though I saved for Kafka and pulled for Kafka, I'm not only pulling for hot girls. It's just that the characters I've been interested in have also happened to be hot girls. There are also hot boys that I want. I swear. It's not just this. I have Locha. I like Argentina, or whatever his name is when he's coming out. It's not just that, but I also want Gwenifin. I love Gwenifin. I think she's great. She's got great design. I think her whole aesthetic and like her kit is really fun, and she's a live streamer, which is fucking hilarious. But so I'm pulling for both Gwenifin and Numby. So worst case scenario, hopefully I can get a couple Eidolons for Gwenifin. But let's see what happens here when I do my first 10 pull of the day. Let's go gambling, baby! That is not a 5-star, but that's fine. We can work with this. I'll get my Gwenifin and totally not drown in Luca's that I already have at E6. Because Luca came out alongside Kafka, which was the last one that I summoned for. Oh, look, it's a Luca! Great! I called it! Amazing! Great work! Why did I open my fucking mouth? Why did I say anything? Why did I use words? Well, at least I get extra. I get 20 of these versus the, I think, 10 you get normally. So I get something extra, because those can be used for, like, other... They can be used for 5-star light cones, 4-star characters if you need them, or more tickets. So it's fine. It's okay. It's just one. Here we go, a second 10 pull. Still not a 5-star, but that's fine. This is okay. We're getting what we want. It's only gonna take like it took 40 pulls for Silver Wolf. It took 30 for okay, so I got 4-star Lycra and Genius Sinner's Repose, an Erudition one, I believe, which is fine. I don't have any good Erudition characters, but I will someday, I'm sure. And I have one of those already, so we're just gonna superimpose that, make it stronger. That's fine. I don't need characters. You don't need to give me the characters right now. I'll get them later. I understand that. It's fine. It's fine. Second. Yep. So I know I can get them very quickly. I know I can get... I got Locha in 30. I got Silverwolf in 40. I got Kafka in like 173. So I can get Numby very quickly here. Maybe it needs a little motivation. Maybe it needs a little bit of a... Hey there, Numby. I know you like cash money, and I know that I'm not planning on spending money on you, but I've spent money on the game, so you can come with me and you'll see a world of pure finances. Was that convincing? Was that good? Did that work? It did not. Numby didn't want it. No, we don't want it, but we hang in there. We're going to continue to hang in there. We're fine. This is A-okay. It's... it's fine! This is fine. This is totally fine. You see, I wanted more of those so that I could get more tickets. So I can summon more, right? Did you get her? I have not. Welcome, Tokay, to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day. How are you doing? I've gotten 2 Lucas, which I just used my Ethereum Wars free character to get the E6 for, and I've gotten nothing else. 2 Lucas and a light cone so far is what I've gotten. No 5 stars. Everybody check out Tokay. Tokay is incredibly charming. They are a fantastic VTuber entertainer as well as a video editor if you're interested in getting some of that done for you. Thank you for the shout. Absolutely. You are more than welcome for that. Thank you for stopping by to watch me definitely not suffer. Oh, I got 2 4-stars here though, and this is actually a good one. I'm happy with this. This is a very good abundance lycone for 4 stars. I can superimpose that and make it stronger. This is good. I will accept this. This is a victory here. Even though I've gotten 2 Lucas, that right there is a victory. All right. So see, I've gotten 4 4-stars right now. That's more than the average. So I count that as winning. We are winning right now. We've only done 30 summons. That's barely anything compared to what we did for Kafka. So I think now we just it's okay. You know that old-fashioned saying of a watch pot never boils? If you're trying to make some mac and cheese and you want those noodles to cook up nice and quick, but the water's just not boiling, you don't want to watch it because then it takes longer and it doesn't want to come around. So if I just don't stare at the screen when I do this next summon, we're definitely getting it. So I'm just going to close my eyes, I'm going to turn around, and we're just going to do the summon, and this is the one. Numby is coming home right now because I'm not looking. I'm staring out my window at the beautiful construction site that's going on out there. They have been constructing for a while, and it has woken me up a couple of times. Some weird noises in the morning. You know, the sound of that music did not sound like a 5-star, but I'm no expert, so I'm pretty sure this has to be it. Are you what? Are you for real? What the fuck? You know, there's 2 other featured 4-stars on this banner. There's 2 other ones. Neither of which I have E6 for, by far. I don't even have a Gwenhyphen. There's other... Hook! You're not even featured on the banner. What are you doing here? Go home. Go home, Hook. That's a 5-star or a fire 4-star, but it's not the one I'm looking for. And Luca, I always thought would be fire just because he's got like all kinds of fiery stuff going on him, but he's physical. This is fine. 75% Luca rate. Yeah, it's a 70. If you look at the details here, you can see that it's actually out of 4-star entities, 50% drop rate to get one of these. Or 50% drop rate to get one of these, but it's actually 75% of these is going to be Luca, guaranteed. 5th pull is 1, Numby coming. Absolutely, thank you for the energy, Misu. I hope you have a wonderful day. Welcome, welcome. For those of you unaware, Misu is the rigger of my chibi model here. They are fantastic, incredible rigger. Look how smooth this motion is. That was all Misu. But with Misu's energy here, I believe 5th is the one. Numby is here. Let's go, Numby. Did look away for a second. Wait, hold on. It is a 5-star. It is a 5-star. Did Misu call it? Is this that Misu energy? One, 2. I got Gwenhyphen. That's a victory alone. Even if this is not Numby right now, that's a victory. Let's go. Come on, come on. What you got? Hunt! Numby! You did it! It was Misu! Thank you, Misu. 50 summons. Only 50 summons. We got a Numby and a Gwenhyphen. And another one, too! We're doing it. We're winning. Huge wins. Praise be to Misu. 3 cheers. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Amazing. Truly incredible. And I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it. What an amazing, what an incredible call out. Thank you, Misu, for guaranteeing me that Numby.
I know. Gary Gorholmes cheered. X100. Hip hip hooray.
Nicole, I said 3 cheers. I didn't say 100. What the fuck are you doing? I appreciate the effort. I appreciate you trying to give it 100, as they say. You're putting in some good work here, but I called for 3. There are cases where you can go above and beyond and you will be rewarded for those efforts. But if you are specifically instructed for 3 cheers, you do not cheer 100 times, okay? I don't want to do this in public. We can do this in our one-on-ones, but it had to be called out right now before you make more mistakes, okay? Thank you for the cheers, Nicole, but get your shit together. This unpaid internship is very important for you, and you don't want to fuck that up, do you? Thank you, Gary, for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. It's very sweet of you. Gonna buy some lottery tickets, BRB. Absolutely, yeah. Right now, you are on a luck streak. And even though I have Numby, I think I will use the remainder of my tickets. Because if I can get some more Gunaifen Eidolons, I wouldn't mind it. I need to build up some cool damage over time characters because I have Kafka, and Gunaifen is my favorite design so far for him. 3 is very close to 100. It's, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it is pretty close. Like, some people would say 97 is a large number away. When the true breadth of numbers that it could be away is infinite, I think that it is pretty close. So we'll let it slide this time. This won't be a full demerit. It's going to be a half demerit on Nicole's record. Thank you for defending her in a reasonable manner and not in the emotional diatribe that Nicole likes to bring out. So she's a very emotional person sometimes. But thank you for that. Yes, we'll only give you a half demerit for this one, Nicole. Thanks to Misu, who will protect the innocent, and he's a just person. But let's try to see if we can get some more Gunaifen. What's the worst thing that could happen? I'm not going to summon like 1,000 times for Gunaifen E6. Unless... No, of course not. I wouldn't do that. That'd be ridiculous. What do we got? What do we got? Am I getting greedy? Am I getting greedy? Hey, yo! It's all coming up. Everything's coming up Kuvar today. It's like you're going to pull more Lucas, right? Yeah, of course not. It would never happen. I totally expected to pull like 2 Lucas here or something. Oh, you get 8. So actually you get 12 more if you have a full maxed out Eidolons for them. That's not too bad. All right, one more 10 pull. One more, see what we got. I don't know what Gunaifen's Eidolons all are. I don't know what the... Because like obviously E6 is the best to get for any Eidolons. But I know that there are certain places that like talk about how like, oh, you ideally want to get to this one if you're going to use them because it's like their best one. Let me see what the ranking is for that, just out of curiosity. Oh, E2. E2 is the best, they say. Up to E4 is good, but not necessary by any means. Oh, neat. I got a new preservation one. I really like this light cone. Just the aesthetic of it is really cute because it's basically like, it is a picture March took where she is dressed up pom-pom in some wonderful outfits and then signed it. It's very cute. I will be playing March 7th's companion quest at some point. I will? Really? Okay. I won't argue. We're still rolling. We are still rolling. Wow, what a fantastic day. As soon as Misu came in, everything started coming up gold. Misu is good luck. So much good luck. Why don't we just continue going? We keep going until we pull another Luca. Or until I just don't get a Gunaifen, I guess. Fuck it, why not? Why not? We'll just do 80 summons. We have the tickets for it. Incoming Serval. Oh, there's Sushang. Okay. I mean, I don't have Sushang's all her Eidolons, so that's not terrible. I like Sushang. She's a fun character. I got so many Servals. I got so many Servals when I was pulling for Kafka. So many. It was a real problem, actually. Midas touch, not Misu touch. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's that gold. It's that pure gold, baby. Let's make it a nice, even 90 summons, though. I'm not a gambling addict. Let's just make it a nice, even 90 summons, because 80 is such a weird number to stop at, whereas 90 is like half pity, basically. I mean, I know we pulled the 5-star, so there's no pity there. Just kind of the idea of it. Hey, Destruction Lycone. I don't know if I have many of those. I definitely am not using them often. That's because I've been using the 5-star Herta Lycone for that. All right. So this is where I'm starting to get diminishing returns for my summons because it's like, hey, you are continuing to go. But you're absolutely right, Gary. 100 is such a nice number. It's so much better than just 90. So why don't we just do one more 10 pull and then we'll call it there. Just one more. No more after that. Just the one. 100 for 100 bits. Yeah, exactly. 100 for 100 bits. The even conversion there. And another Sushong. Okay. I see what's happening here. They're encouraging me to stop at this point. They're like, hey, we appreciate you getting to 100. Here's your Sushong, but we're not giving you any more Gwynaifen. Here's a Luca. Okay, there we go. We got our Luca. We're stopping. Did you lose your 50-50? I did not lose my 50-50. On my 50 pull, actually, Misu rolled in and said, 5th pull, you're getting Numby. I pulled my first Gwynaifen and Numby, and then I just kept going for some Gwynaifen Eidolons. And now I'm stopping because we got another Luca, so that's a bad sign. We've got no Gwynaifens in 3 pulls, and we got a Luca. We're stopping at 100 pulls. We got our Numby, and we got a E2 Gwynaifen, I think. I believe it's E2. Slurping noodles during handstand, nice. When skill is used, there's a 100% base chance to reduce the attack to target enemy's effect resistance by 2%. 10% for 2 turns, rather. And brushing teeth while whistling. She has so many talents. When an enemy target is being burned, the damage multiplier of the burn status applied by her basic attack or skill increases by 40%. Oh, you know, I got E3, actually. We got Smashing Boulder on chest. What an incredible ability. Blocking pike with neck, damn. Swallowing sword to stomach. Catching bullet with hands. She just ranks up that. She starts off real easy. Slurping noodles during handstand. It's just real wild up there. Now get the light cone. Oh, man. That's a terrible idea. But tempting. I got a hook one here as well. And Sushong we got. So let's just get those Eidolons while we're sitting here. Cleave with heart. Break effect increased. And prevail via Taishu. Blocking pike with neck. Yeah. I don't know what exactly it means. It's got to be something like swallowing sword with stomach, catching bullets with hands. Those make sense. Catching pike with neck, like, are you like dropping your chin to your neck and like catching it that way, or are you just literally taking a pike to the neck? Be like, nope, not this one. All right, when I summoned for Kafka, I did lose my 75-25 on the light cone, so I'm not gonna pull hard for it. But what is this? Crit rate, follow-up attack damage. So this is made for Numby because of the follow-up attacks. So let's do a couple of summons. We'll do a couple of summons for the light cone because I do love Numby. I don't have a good hunt character. Let's just see what happens. Let's just do a couple here. We're not going to go hard. We're not going to go all the way. Probably should have used some of those extra summons I did. The smart thing to do is to get the 5-star, pull off. If you want the light cone, go for that. But don't spend everything on it. Got an Nihility light cone. I think I have that maxed out from Kafka, though. So that doesn't really do much for me. The smart thing to do is just to get it and pull off another one. Okay, sure. I'll take it, I guess. It's featured. It makes sense. 110 is probably better than 100. Yeah, it's more ones. And with this next summon, we have one, we could say. Because we won, right? We won! I never said I was... Okay. I've gotten a lot smarter at gacha games since I first started playing them. I still make decisions that aren't ideal. It's still gonna happen. Another one? Really? I have enough of those. Give me one of the other ones. Give me the moles welcome you or whatever. Like, give me that one. What are you doing? Only silence remains. Okay, that's a new one. That's a new one. I'll take it. Wait, why is Luca still haunting me? Luca is haunting me. He continues to like show up when he's not wanted. Go away, Luca. Be gone. Yeah, the most welcoming. Give me that one. That's the one I want. 120 is smarter than 110. It is, because it's like it's almost 1, 2, 3. And we can't do single summons, so we have to keep doing like 10 summons. So we gotta do this one here, right? It just makes sense. So this is the 3 now. The 1, 2, 3. Yes? Can I? 103 makes more sense. It really does. Like, if you think about numbers, 13 is a notoriously lucky... Luca, go away! Leave me alone, Luca! Why? Leave me! Go! Be gone! 13 is a lucky number in so many cultures. And 130 is basically 13. It's 13-0, yes? Right. And what's luckier than that is 14, because 1400 is like, it's a number where you have, like, the 4 kind of looks like a tree, and a tree is sturdy. It's a foundation that you can live off of, right? It's something that you can... Oh, man. The curse of Luca Myers. It'll never go away. Luca constant. Luca be like, notice me, senpai. He's just mad. There we go. Mo's welcome. Thank you. 140 is sturdy. 130. Yeah, it's exactly. It's a sturdy foundation to stand upon. But Luca wants me to notice him. Luca is upset because when I first pulled Luca, I thought I would really like him. I thought he was going to be neat because I saw he was a punchy boy, and I like punchy boys. But then I saw the way he punched, and it was like, it's one strong punch. Every once in a while, he's got the one combo that happens. It's like, this isn't really the punching that I want. It's not the full-on punches that I was hoping for. Like, I was hoping for some cool megaloboxing shit, and you just like, oh, big punch. So he's probably still just upset about that. You know, maybe the problem here is I don't have the right backing track. So what if I do... oh, is there no good... There's no good karaoke version of this. Interesting. I'm actually surprised by that. Unless this one's alright. Oh, it's the karaoke version of the song without the lyrics. Alright, we'll switch it up. We're not doing murder by numbers. Murder by numbers. 1, 2, 3. It's as easy to learn as your ABCs. We're gonna do this song instead. He likes punchy boys. I do like punches. I mean, that's where Billiam came from, really. Billiam Overdrive. He started with the big sword. Then he developed, because I got some cool punchy stuff and like some dashes. And I was like, yes, this is my lad. This is my Billiam Overdrive. See, I'm being murdered by the numbers right now because I've done 1, 2, 3, 150 summons, and I have not gotten the light cone that I've arbitrarily decided that I'm pulling for now because I might have a problem. You could almost say that now I'm suffering from a heartache by the Numby, right? Yeah? Yeah? 150 is more murderous? It is. Heartache number 1 was when you left me. I never knew that I could hurt this way. And heartache number 2 was when you came back again. You came back and never meant to stay. Now I've got heartaches by the numbers, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the Numby, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. I'm singing the song for you. You gotta give it to me, right? Yeah! 75-25, not lost this time. Fuck yeah. And more moles welcome you? Okay, we're winning. We've won. Heartache number 3 was when you called me and said that you was coming back to stay. Hopeful heart, I waited for your knock on the door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Now I've got heartaches by the number, yeah I do. Troubles by the score. Every day you look at me less, each day I look at you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the Numby, a love that I have won. The day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. We've done it. We've done it. 160 has a range to it. 170 is world ending. Was it 170? Did I really do that? That's ridiculous. Why would I do that? Japard light cone. Oh well. I do actually have. I think I have a. Do I have 2 Japard light cones? I have at least 1. I think I have 2 of Himiko's light cone, both of which I got from the standard banner. Yeah, I superimposed 2 for that, and I have Japard's light cone as well. I got everything I could ever need, right? What else could I possibly want? Congrats on the light cone. Thank you very much, Tokay. Appreciate that. Man, I have so much. I have 18 million credits. It's never enough. I will do my cleanup off stream. I will do some level ups. I'll do a bunch of shit with that off stream. Let's just take a look. Let's just take a little look. Will you do your let's just wait for her to do the animation, the little idle animation. I was not fully planning on summoning for the light cone, but Tokay said, now do the light cone. I was like, sure. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. There it is, yeah. Give him the snuggles. Healing snuggles from Numby. Wonderful. Perhaps I was just waiting for that little nudge. Perhaps I really intended to do it myself at some point. I can't blame this on Tokay. I made this decision. I did this. It was me. It was me. I did it. So there we go. We have successfully pulled both Numby and Numby's light cone. Wait, Ho-Ho? Yeah, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, Ho-Ho, but I think it would be, because it's Locha, so it'd be Ho-Ho. Yeah. Ho-Ho looks really neat. I was saying at the start of the stream, all the 5-star characters that are coming out right now all interest me to some degree. Ho-Ho, I think, is really neat in terms of like the aesthetic and the style of it. I forget the hot boy's name. I think it's like Argentia or something. Argentia. I think he looks really cool, and I kind of want him too. Numby was the one I wanted the most just because Numby's adorable, and I don't have a good hunt character either. So, you know what? Let's give it a shot. But I'll probably do some light summoning for the other 2. I don't think I'll summon hard for them. But I'll see. I'll see. Because I don't know anything about their kits yet. I just think they look neat. I like their aesthetics. But I wish you the best of luck for Ho-Ho. And now, unfortunately, Argenti. Nice. I have a great memory. I did it. Thank you for the dances, too. We're going to, unfortunately, move off of Honkai Star Rail. So those of you who've been trying to build up your drops will now no longer have those drops because I'm moving on to play some World of Horror.